Okay, I found a cool place that I'm used to being here. This is another myth. You know, it's kind of weird. I say I'm used to being here, and it's a cool place, and I see an upside down cross. This is the first church of the Adversary or something like that. And you know, it's got a bunch of fan art everywhere, but this is basically about the Jewish mythos. There is this chick named Lilith who is supposedly the first woman on Earth, and in this game she's like trying to kill God. Yeah, that's not a joke. And she thinks that humans are better than God. She says that God's not all powerful. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, remember, it's just a myth. Don't get triggered. A lot of people come here and get triggered. And it's kind of dumb because she's not. I don't know if she's really serious, but yeah, it's a good myth. It's pretty good. There's a lot of things that happen. She is probably the most active myth on Roblox. Well, the most active myth anyone cares about. I mean, she's pretty nice, but on the other hand, she does happen to have things like this going for her. So I mean, she's acts nice, but on the other hand, you know, you just look in here and you see someone's entrails and their heads on hooks in the freezer behind the ventilation system. You know, you tend to not like someone. That is why other myths like this one do not like Lilith very much. This here is a different myth, similar because the people who made the games, I guess, are friends or something. And yeah, so this one's the Ark, and there's a group with it. It's called Ark's Authority, which protects the afterlives. Which I happen to be a decent rank, and actually I think I'm the highest rank that any normal non-myth person can get in the group. So, that is pretty nice. But on like the other hand, yeah, the person who is the leader of this myth group, his name is Merlatus, and he really does not like Lilith anymore. But Lilith doesn't know that yet, does she? Actually, this place is going through a big revamp or whatever. Like, everything is changing. You see all this? This is all probably going to be different next time you come here. The person who makes this, I'm pretty sure it's Merlatus alone who makes all this stuff. Merlatus here, he's really wise. He's really like this type that you want to listen to. He initially got me into his group because he really liked my attitude. Like, I would say, well, it's okay, we'll just get it next time, I promise. And he's like, you know, I really like your attitude. And then after a while of talking about philosophy while walking through this place asking about the lore, I learned a lot. Yeah, I did. So apparently, they're the afterlives, right? Yeah. And according to Merlatus in his group, which is, I guess, in this mythos, I guess, he protects the other afterlives from trying to kill each other. So, like, if you die, depending on your deeds in life, you get sent to a different afterlife in this mythos. And the afterlife you get sent to is it's fully dependent on what you did. But there are like millions of them apparently, and apparently they sometimes try to fight each other, but that's where Merlatus comes in trying to keep the peace. Merlatus, he only had like a few people in his group, and somehow he would constantly fend off gigantic armies. Well, he calls them wars. So it's kind of assumed that he actually fights people. And also, there's a Leviathan out here in some of the waters or something like that. And the moment someone does anything dangerous, the Leviathan wakes up and kicks their ass. But anyways, like, yeah, Merlatus' job to protect the afterlives. Him and Fieries, which is another person. And there's also a new guy. I don't really know his name. And yeah, it's kind of a good lore. And I've only seen one of those after. Actually, no, I've seen two of them. There's the one that Lilith's friend, I think, Lucy, which is supposed to be like Lucifer, which is kind of horrifying, is imprisoned, and she wants to try to get him out. According to Merlatus, she's going to require a human sacrifice, but she does not seem to think so. I don't think the mythoses are that closely combined, but I do know that I do know that Merlatus and Adversarial are friends, or they used to be. Merlatus really does not like her anymore, but she seems to really not know that he doesn't like her. I don't know what it is about Merlatus, but he has this effect. Like, you know he's dangerous. You know he's really strong or powerful, but you don't know what he does. He could be like shooting lightning bolts from the sky, just wiping out people. And uh, and he can also be doing something as simple as tricking them into their own deaths. You see, he's interesting in the fact that he's mysterious, and you actually know nothing about what he actually does. There's going to be a humongous revamp of everything, and the group's going to be public and everything. So if you guys want, you could actually join it if you guys are, if you know, if anyone watches this damn video. But yeah, it's going to be really good. I hope this place means something. What should I do next? I guess we can check out Pearl. Let's On second thought, Pearl right now is currently locked for some reason. I guess he's really working on it, or he's made changes and he doesn't want anyone to see it. That's fine with me. So I guess we're not gonna get to see Pearl. I'll explain what Pearl looks like then. Uh, Pearl, I guess, is like this weird afterlife. There used to be like ashes falling from the sky or something like that, and it was like supposed to be really terror-inducing, but it was also kind of peaceful at the other hand. But now he kind of changed it, and it's like, oh, actually, he's probably changed it again. It was like cold. There was snow falling. There was water everywhere. There's a Yeah, it's really cold. Apparently, there's a Cerberus in that afterlife. Um, yeah, there's a Cerberus there that protects it. Like there's a Leviathan here, and apparently Merlatus is trying to tame it, which is kind of cool. But yeah, because he tamed the Leviathan. I hope he does tame a freaking Cerberus. Imagine we go to war with Adversarial one day, maybe, and you see just a few of us. Merlatus is on the freaking what is it called? The freaking Leviathan, and I'll be on like a Cerberus, and then Fieries is on like some kind of Phoenix. That'd be awesome. And we're just riding into battle against her. Maybe that's how he wins. Maybe he wins all these battles just because of the freaking Leviathan. You know, I would not be surprised, but I don't know if the Leviathan can die or not, though. That's the problem. Yeah, you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but I do not know. What should I do next? I'll be right back when I find something to do. Alright, so we're back at the church that I was talking about before. By the way, that's the Joan of Arc, but that's not why we're here. I guess I found out what we should do. I guess I'll show you two things, the Poem of Humanity and whatever this book is. Yeah, we're going here first. So whenever you click this, is it? Oh, there we go. Faith. It takes us to a place called Faith. And, yeah, well, it's kind of creepy-ish, I guess. It's not that bad, because I've seen this place so many times. But there's some Hebrew. By the way, here you go. If you know how to translate or read Hebrew, this is a weird font. I know I tried translating, and it came out really weird. I have an idea of what it says, though. It has something to do with there being a cannibal. I don't know what this says, but I do know that if you jump right here, it'll take you down here. Oh, yeah. It take you to the gate. There's also a little angel sitting right here. Now, here's the weird thing, okay? I looked at the symbol, and this is, what is it? It's Bophet. It's a symbol of Bophet, which is this demon that supposedly the Knights Templar, you probably may or may not have heard of. They were accused of worshipping it as they were put to death. And, yeah, they were accused of worshipping this demon before they got put to death. And it's kind of horrifying because I don't know what kind of connections her myth has with that Lilith from Jewish mythology has with Bophet. Is Bophet Jewish mythology as well? I know that Lilith is supposed to be like a snake. Ah, fuck, I'm so bad at parkour. Anyways, Lilith is supposed to be a snake, and Bophet's like a goat. Two things that are mostly associated with being demonic, which is kind of interesting now that I think about it. And yeah, so like I said earlier, she wants to kill God. Let's talk about that a little bit more. She knows that she was the first woman and Adam was the first man on Earth. But the problem is that, well, one, Adam was a follower of God, and she wasn't. She says that he's weak and he's not that powerful. And, yeah, and he says, I don't know what he says. He's probably dead. I asked her if he's still alive. She said he's probably dead. But, yeah, she said she's been there ever since the beginning, I guess. and that she doesn't know where she comes from. We don't really know enough to say where she came from, or where she could have come from, or if the god even is powerful or not, or if she even knows if he's powerful. That's what I think is a little interesting and horrifying. By the way, this is the inland. Supposedly, this is like where you start getting close to heaven according to Adversarial. But yeah, this is where you start getting really close to the heavens, and she's trying to get there. And it's also where the church was built, which is kind of horrifying. It's like backwards rain, but I can't even tell if it's water. There's this right here, which you guys probably saw while I was blabbering on. I don't know what any of this means. I tried looking at a Bible verse, and I think I got like 3 different things that could have been it. And one of them was, Jesus wept. But I have a feeling that's not it, because she says that no one's ever passed this before. She said that earlier today, and I have no idea what that could even mean. So, I don't know. And another thing, this right here is her crown. Now, I looked on Roblox, it's called the Black Knight's crown or something like that. And she wears it on everything, and apparently it's a big symbol for, something. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe I should. And, yeah, let's check out the Poem of Humanity. And then I'm probably going to wrap the video right after that. Alright, this right here is the Poem of Humanity. Now, when you click this book, similar to when you click that book up there, it'll take you to the Poem of Humanity. Yeah, there you go, okay. It'll take you to the Poem of Humanity, and it's kind of interesting, the things that it says. I don't know. Wait, did she change it? Humanity feels pain for you allow it. I guess she did change it. And there was a teleporter to the next place, and I can't find it. But it's somewhere around here. But yeah, it's kind of weird. She's just like, it used to be like a statue of her looking at you, and you walk up to the statue, and it'll teleport you to the next place. But now it's a little weird. But yeah, humanity feels pain for you allow it. Like I said, she sees humanity as perfect. She's a weird myth in the fact that she's not eerie at all to the normal person, I guess. You see her as your friend almost. Like, she does a really good job of getting people on her side. Okay, I guess this place isn't working, but she's really good at getting people on her side. Like, it's kind of the probably scariest thing about that myth is that if you know the things that I know about her, and you see the things that she does, she has some really good friends. She sounds genuine and everything. Like she everyone who follows her, whenever she sees them again, she's like, "Hi, cutie." She calls everyone cuties, and I guess it does that's probably the one thing that gets everyone on her side. Cuties, being called a cutie, I guess, is something that a lot of these kids on Roblox don't probably get a lot. No offense. I'm one of those kids, so it's okay. I'm allowed to make that joke. But anyways, yeah, it's just not something that's particularly I don't know. She's just pretty weird. She's really weird, and that's kind of obvious. And I don't even know what to say anymore. She's a crazy myth. There's a sermon tomorrow. I'm going to make a video on that. It'll probably be a day after the sermon happens. It's happening on a Monday. It usually happens on Friday, but another myth had an event, and she wanted it to make it so that myth got their thing, and she wanted to have all the people show up without having to worry about it. Yeah, it's all that, and yeah, there was a lot of stuff, and yeah, it was Yucko the clown actually, and yeah, so it's happening tomorrow. I'm gonna show up. This is gonna be awesome. This is, I guess, the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed.